There's nobody with warm. That's the funny thing. Like, they think they're punishing us. Wow.
He ended up getting stitches and had a dislocated shoulder.
I heard there was an altercation.
Everything's secure.
You guys know Jeb, one of our security directors.
Well, you know, we pose a real threat.
God help us if anything ever goes wrong.
Could you let us know if our postures are appropriate before we start? We don't want anything to go wrong.
You know, and I was honestly thinking about that. In the mornings, I get in here early. This is just a casual conversation. I don't think you need the cameras. And I looked at that. We kind of started out like everybody's like behind me. You guys are like now this is a much more. I look at you. I say, right. What's that? Yeah, I know. Like uncross your leg. Like sit up and just sit straight. Put your both feet on the ground. Go ahead, Teresa. You know that these guys don't ask the first question.
Mike, Derek says that he needs to run more physical. You looked at what he'd been doing over the bye. What do you need to see out of him moving forward to help get the run game going more effectively?
Well, again, we want to try to get everything that we do going more effectively. That's kind of the whole thing when you need to try to win a football game. And so looking at the run game, you got to run the football. You know what I mean? You have to run the football. You have to find ways, and we're trying to find ways. And we have. We found ways to be efficient at times, and then there's other times where, you know, we're leaving some yards out there, or we're not blocking somebody, or we're not doing the right thing. And part of that is the running back. You know, I mean, it all ties together. You know, the line, the quarterback, getting the ball at the right depth, these guys getting on the right tracks, whatever it may be. And, again, finishing runs, because there's been times where they have, and there's times where, you know, if you look at yourself, say, man, I could have done a better job. And I think that that's what Derek's doing, and I appreciate that mentality from him is that, you know, he can do more, and we all can do more.
Naming names, if you might, who do you think's playing to some notable degree better than he was at the beginning of the season?
No, I'm just trying to be very careful here with what I say, because I don't want to sit here and say that whatever anybody's done has been good enough the last 3 weeks. And, it's a decision. It's a decision time for all of us right now at 3-4. Are we going to be the team that, went to Buffalo and turned it over 3 times and let them run it 40 times? Or are we going to be the team that gave up 3 touchdowns and couldn't gain any yards against the Ravens? Or are we going to be the team that went on the road and stuck together and fought and wore down Jacksonville and won the game in the fourth quarter? Or the team that stuck together and came back from Philadelphia and won a huge game? And so I guess that's really where we're at right now. We're about decision time in NFL. It's November 1st. And, we're all going to have to decide collectively that we need to do more. So to sit here right now and say, man, this guy's really improved. There's been guys that improved, but, we're all going to need to do better, coach better, play better.
How important is it to have that self-awareness, though?
I think that is critical. I think that whether that be in the classroom, someone that understands that, hey, I need extra time. I need to be taught a different way. Being an advocate for yourself. I understand that, and I understand that's very close to my heart with guys that say, hey, students that say, hey, I need to learn a different way, and they have to be an advocate for themselves, and they're aware that they're not getting it the same way that somebody else is, and they're aware that that we need to be doing things better, and I think that that's critical. That coaches and players, teachers and students, owners and employees see it through the same set of eyes. One guy can't say, hey, I'm knocking them dead, and the other guys say, I don't think it's that good. So I think that's the most critical thing, is that everybody sees it through the same set of eyes, and that we can take the coaching, have a conversation, and look to get better.
You feel like guys have been up to your standard in that degree?
I think that the communication and the coachability, these guys, we put pads on in November, and I had to almost slow them down a little bit today. They were practicing. They were practicing hard. And so I appreciate that. After an off day yesterday, it came out. We had a good practice in pads. And, again, I think that they've been very receptive to everything that we've tried to do.
What do you expect happens from here based on maybe making with the team and maybe based on what you see just coming off the bye?
I don't know. I think we're going to try to show up tomorrow and work on the red zone and finish off third down, and then try to polish up on Saturday and Sunday, and then travel, and then go down there and finish up our meetings and try to win and try to be competitive and do the keys, execute what we feel like are the keys to the game. And but I'm not going to sit here and try to predict where that's going to go after a bye week or anything like that.
What would you say this team's identity is? Every time someone watches your team, what do you want them to come away saying, this is what they bring?
Well, I want them to be sound. I want them to be smart, physical. I don't want to be a team that just hands people the game. I want to be a team that makes people earn it. And, clearly you can look to examples of turnovers or, big plays in London that where you just, you just hand it to them. You make it easy for them. And so I have to do a better job of those things. I want a team that's is going to fight and compete for the entire game, and a team that's going to stick together and not be divided.
You've been in a leadership position in NFL locker rooms before. When you're in that spot, you've been in a leadership position before. In that spot, your team's just lost 3 games in a row. What's your job as a leader?
Well, I think it's to first make sure you determine what type of leader you are, and I think that's just being truthful to who you are. Some guys are talkers, and some guys are, some guys go out and lead by example. I think that you have to be careful that you're doing your job. Let's make sure you do your job first, and then start trying to help out where may be needed. And I think that leadership comes in a lot of different forms. A lot of people, a lot of different shapes and sizes. You may draw inspiration from a guy watching him practice on the practice squad, trying to get that shot in the 53-man roster. You may get it from a veteran player. I don't think that our leadership is bad. I think it's good. I think the team's stuck together. We got to play better. We got to execute and we got to coach better.
Byard is someone who has kind of taken on that leadership role in your locker room. What do you see from him in that regard?
Well, he studies. He puts a lot into it. He loves football. You know, he's a class individual. You know, he's always here. He's on time. He's taking care of his body. He studies. He practices, and you know, he communicates back there, which is good.
As far as the leader, if there's just one or maybe a couple.
Well, I mean, I think that Corey does that. I think that Darius does that. And again, to a certain degree, you know, I think that Rob does that. I mean, Rob's the guy that played a long time in the NFL, and he's doing a good job working with these guys and the young receivers that we have.
What did you enjoy the most about Monday night games when you were a player?
That I got to pick my kids up at school, and I'd come home and you're looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, I'd pick my kids up at school, I'd bring them home, have some pasta, and then I'd drive to the stadium. And the away games, well, I couldn't really do that. But, you know, everybody's watching. I mean, you know that the players around the league most usually are doing some kind of event, probably, charity event, the Monday night game's on. Everybody's kind of watching.
As a player, did you soak it in venues that were different before the game? Did you allow yourself to enjoy it?
Well, I mean, I think like maybe the first time I think I was in Pittsburgh and we played in Arrowhead, and it was like there's a lot of people here, and there, you know, I mean, you're covering a kickoff, and it's, you know, it's pretty cool and it's nostalgic. But I think after a while, you know, you just stop soaking it in. You can't take any more in.
How much would help you to get the Coral back? How much would benefit maybe?
I think it's going to help to try to get back everybody that wasn't available last week. I think that's, you know, hopefully we have to make decisions on guys as far as the game day roster, because everybody's healthy and able to play.
How's Josh progressing?
I would say good. I think that Josh was limited today. You know, limited, wasn't able to do everything, but he's working his back and returned to play, and hopefully we can get him doing a little bit more tomorrow and a little bit more the next day.
Corey has to go. How much after a guy comes in relief and then starts his first game, how much do you expect improvement, like, because he's now done it?
Had it. Yeah, I mean, I think that the more that you can play and the more that you can get some reps and some seasoning and get those things under your belt, live action, especially as an offensive lineman, a young offensive lineman in his second year, who hadn't played a bunch of football, the more reps you get of live action against really good players, it's only going to make you better. So hopefully, you know, if Corey does have to play, you know, we're comfortable with him playing and going out there.
Couple more? There we go. Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.